Well, hey everyone, so glad you joined us here. Rich Brown here from NextGen Matters. I have my friend Sara Soltis with us. Hey Sarah,
Hello.
so glad you're here. We're recording this right the week before Christmas. So yes, even the NGM office has a tree, and of course Sarah's home does as well. So here's the quick. I meet Sara just with a few months ago. She was one of my online students, and the very first week of the class back in August, she had a theological question, which is a really good and deep question. I'm like, okay, can I just call you and talk to you about this? I imagine the email is going to be that long, right? So we had the most amazing conversation. And right away, I saw this woman walks with Jesus, knows the word of God, is hungry for the word of God, and loves student ministry. Well, for the next number of weeks, as I watched her work come in and I graded her papers, etc., I'm like, this woman has this incredible gift of writing and has this heart for Jesus and a heart for students and has been in student ministry for many years. So I'm like, last week of class, this was 2 months ago, I'm like, Sara, could we have a conversation about NextGen Matters? Because Sara, you're already
Yeah, I was following the page.
liking and following all of our NextGen stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm going to see if she's actually willing to have a conversation about joining our team. And she was like, we both just saw it as a God thing. So Sara, you're now part of our team. And what is the role you're playing?
So I'm actually going to be writing articles. So just really encouraging leaders in student ministry. This past actually just wrote an article, but I don't know if I'm jumping too far ahead here, but just wrote an article on staying present in the midst of presence. And so with that, just coming from that ministry leader perspective, whether you're a volunteer, you serve vocationally, just knowing that this is a busy season of ministry and how do we remain present in the midst of all that's going on around us, and relationship with Jesus and relationship with our families and our loved ones. So just encouraging with practical suggestions there. There's so many suggestions that we have, but these are just some of the top ones that my husband and I, my husband served vocationally in student ministry. So as a pastor's wife, but now a student ministry volunteer, just knowing that, we've learned from our experiences. So being able to share from those experiences.
Yes, and as the viewers seeing this, they're realizing that I already went to share the screen, and here it is on our website. And as you go to the NextGen Matters website, nextgenmatters.com, you look under resources, and you'll see articles and blogs. And Annie's writing the blogs, and the blogs are more designed for you in the sense of self-care or soul care, whereas Sara's target will be really focusing more on your skill set and how to help you become more with some practical solutions in the ministry itself. However, that's for 22. 2022 is coming up around the corner. This first article she wrote was actually is actually designed also like Annie's in the sense of more for just as an encouragement to you as a youth leader. I mean, I think about this, Sarah, as we talked last month, looking at our course content, not course, but in our copy and content for this article. And I thought, what would it be like to write an article about remaining present in the midst of all the presents? Because in youth ministry, it is nuts during Christmas season. We have our normal jam as far as youth workers go. Then you throw in all the office parties and everything else going on. And then you throw in the fact that we got 2 or 3 or 4 layers of different extra services. Your church may have a cantata or a Christmas Eve service. And by the way, the Sunday after, right, Sarah, the Sunday after Christmas is unofficially called Youth Pastor Sunday, where we get to preach because the big guy's out of town, And that's real life for us in youth ministry. Oh, and you're probably having a New Year's Eve party or some gathering. And then it's like, what about Jesus and what about our family? Mm-hmm. And your article really, it's not a guilt thing. I love it because you're not guilting us. You're just saying this is reality. You've been through it, you and Chris, your husband and your kids. So how do we just help navigate through it? So I love your article. It's so well written. I really want to encourage our viewer to go ahead and check this article out. Sara, we've got a dream too that we would like to see. I'm going to stop sharing the screen here. We would like to see if there's other people out there that would like to join our team. You and I have an idea of a prayer ministry. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think having somebody that could just come alongside and really own the prayer ministry, where we can be praying for the student ministry leaders, be praying for the different ministries that are out there, and just knowing that there's a place for leaders to come. I don't think you realize you need it until you need it. And I think NGM just being here as that resource, goodness, to have had this when we were walking in student ministry would have just been such a wonderful, wonderful blessing. So if we can be that for student ministry leaders now, definitely this is such a huge resource. It's one that's very, very necessary and needed.
Yeah.
So
we are already dreaming of having a prayer link ministry of someone who could just volunteer to be part of our team, to solely focus on reaching out to our youth ministry friends and saying, how can we as NextGen Ministries be praying for you and over you? Or maybe you're watching and thinking, Rich, I have some other ideas that could help come alongside NextGen and be part of the team as well. We're open to conversations because we want to see God just expand this ministry and use it for his kingdom and his purposes and for his glory. Sara, I am so honored you're on our team, and it's going to be a blast just to see God use you as just not writing articles. You and I are already dreaming about various content for courses and copy for other things as well. So you're a gifted writer. Jesus has given you these talents, and I'm so thankful you want to use them for him. And I'm blessed you want to help us as well.
It is an honor to pray here too.
A word of encouragement for our viewers.
Yeah, I think that there's nothing like getting to pour into the next generation. It's a huge blessing. It's hard, but wonderful all at the same time. So just to have people that have been there, who are walking through it with you right now, just keep going. And that's what NextGen Matters is for. We're here to help encourage you in fighting the good fight for God's glory, for his kingdom. So we're here to just truly support and encourage. So
sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And it'll be another month or so. We're going to get Sara her own Sara at NextGen Matters email address as well. So very cool. Well, hey, y'all, thank you for joining us. Again, I'm so blessed to have Sara on our team now, and we're excited for this coming year of 2022.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.